This aims to explain the AO1 that you will need to be able to describe the working memory model. The first thing you need to be aware of is that this is a theory of short-term memory. You can get some early links to the multi-store model by saying how this is different. It only seeks to explain the short-term memory, and it does this as an active and dynamic process rather than a passive store, as is the case with the multi-store model. It consists of 4 separate components which all integrate together to produce our experience of short-term memory. The first and possibly most important store is a central executive, which allocates attention to incoming information and then sends it out to different slave stores or processes the information directly itself. The central executive is connected to all of the other components of the model and also directly to long-term memory. It does have a limited capacity. It can be easily overloaded. But it's not absolutely clearly defined as far as capacity and coding is concerned. The slave systems that are involved are the inner ear and the inner eye. The inner ear is for sound-based information, so it takes in information from the outside and can hold it in a phonological store for up to around about 4 seconds. Added into that, there's also something called the articulatory loop, where you can sub-vocalize information, you can rehearse information. For example, if you're reading a textbook, you may be sub-vocalizing the sentences so as they make sense to you as you are going through it, or just replaying what you've heard in terms of sentences and language. The inner eye then is based within the visual spatial sketchpad, and it consists of information that is clearly visual and spatial, so locating things in space and what things look like. For example, if you had a task whereby you were asked how many windows you have in your house, you would probably call up visual information from your long-term memory and would then use that image that you have on your inner eye to be able to answer the question. The final part of this model is the episodic buffer. This was added much later to the model, and it was put in as a way of explaining things that hadn't already been explained by the model. So it tries to turn the information from all of the different stores in the central executive into a coherent memory, which can then be chronologically sorted, and it just holds information until the central executive needs it. So that is the model of the working memory model, and that's it.